Hey, Kendra here. Have you ever heard anyone say that kids know all the answers? That we all did at one point, but over time we just forgot? Well, they might be onto something. Because everybody in the world, me, you, the person next door to you, we're all souls living a human experience on Earth. So before we come down, we make a promise to ourselves of something that we're going to strive for when we get down here. We're down here for a reason. But once we enter the human world, over time we slowly start to forget. Don't mind the light, the dog is trying to play with the cat and they're bumping into everything. But over time, we forget everything. And it's funny, I was thinking about this. I mean, it's always kind of been a thought, like a fleeting thought over the years, but I have 2 kids, and every time I try to ask them, like, hey, what's the secret to life? What's the secret to life? They're like, I don't know. And they just run off and do whatever. And then, I think it was like a day or 2 ago, I went over to my son, and he is almost 3. I said, baby, what's your purpose here on Earth? He said, to love with my heart. That alone almost made me cry. And I turned and looked at my daughter. I said, honey, what's your purpose here on Earth? She said, nature. So 2 amazing answers. Answers that I had never gotten when I was asking for the secret to life, secret to happiness, secret to whatever. So it's not how you're gonna find it. Find out your purpose. Because everyone had one at one point in time, and we forgot. So I believe that humanity is lost and that my soul came down to help people find their way back. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And it's just kind of incredible hearing it from my kids too. It's like a confirmation that I'm like on the right path with that. And what makes it even crazier is that we were reading before bed the other night, and I had my daughter who just turned 5. I asked her to go pick out her book, and she comes back and she's like, Mom, look at this book, look at it, it's so beautiful, can we read it? And she hands me the children's Bible. And it still gets weirder. She can't read. She opened up to all like the table of contents with like all the chapters, and I had her pick one, and she's flipping through trying to decide, just like that one, and she picks the chapter that is about children of God. My mind at this point is blown. I'm reading the book to them and I am sucked right into it. They are off in another world. They have already lost interest. It was only like a page or 2 long, and it was basically saying, as we get older, we lose our way because we forget what we were taught. And I really do think that's true. So it's basically saying that, you know, when you look at a child, you look at God. And I'm not trying to like preach or anything. I'm not exactly religious in that aspect. But it's still just very fascinating to me to look at everything from just all angles and all perspectives. And everything, I feel like, in the end ties together, whether you believe in God or the universe or a higher power, anything like that. I feel like it all just kind of, it all originates from one source. So I feel like no matter what way you look at it, you're always gonna kind of come back to the same storyline, if you will. So I just think it's really fascinating that everything lined right up and pointed to children. And I mean, we all know that children are innocent, and they're innocent to the toxicity of the world and what we have turned it into. And I don't know, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that, and just curious to see who else was thinking that or have thought that in the past. If you have kids, maybe you can share some crazy stories of things that they've said. I know kids say really the darndest things. So I'm interested to hear if you have any stories to share. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.